8 tires clawing at the ground on each side, 16 contact patches moving as one, and a Toyota badge sitting on top of something that looks more like a military prototype than a road vehicle. This is the 2026 16x16 Toyota THUNDERBEAST, and it exists to completely rewrite what extreme mobility means. At first glance, the sheer scale hits you before your brain even processes the numbers. This thing is massive, wide, and unapologetically aggressive, stretching out with 4 axles per side like a rolling fortress. The stance alone feels illegal in most countries. Every tire is oversized, heavily treaded, and spaced with surgical intent, giving the THUNDERBEAST an almost predatory posture. It doesn't just sit on the road, it dominates it, as if gravity itself is negotiating terms. The idea behind a 16x16 drivetrain isn't excess for the sake of shock value. It's about control. With power sent to all 16 wheels independently, traction becomes something this vehicle never runs out of. Mud, sand, snow, rocks, deep water crossings, conditions that would immobilize conventional off-roaders are exactly where the THUNDERBEAST begins to feel comfortable. Torque is distributed dynamically across each axle, allowing it to pull itself forward even if multiple wheels lose grip simultaneously. Under the armored hood is where things become truly surreal. Toyota engineers didn't just drop in a big engine and call it a day. The THUNDERBEAST uses a hybridized twin-turbo powertrain tuned specifically for extreme load and continuous torque delivery. Power figures are deliberately understated, but insiders suggest output well north of 900 horsepower, with torque numbers designed to move buildings, not just vehicles. Electric motors assist each axle, delivering instant response at low speeds while the combustion engine handles sustained power under extreme stress. What makes this setup terrifyingly effective is how smooth it feels. Despite the size and complexity, acceleration is controlled, linear, and deceptively calm. There's no drama, no wheel spin chaos. Just a deep mechanical surge as 16 tires bite at once and the landscape starts moving backward. It doesn't feel fast in a sports car sense. It feels inevitable. The suspension system is its own engineering flex. Each wheel rides on an independent, adaptive hydraulic setup with real-time terrain scanning. The vehicle reads the ground ahead, adjusting ride height, stiffness, and articulation before the tires even touch the surface. At full extension, the THUNDERBEAST can crawl over obstacles taller than most SUVs. At highway speed, it lowers itself into a planted, stable stance that feels shockingly composed for something this large. Visually, the exterior design walks a tight line between military brutalism and futuristic luxury. Sharp creases cut through massive body panels. The front fascia is wide and intimidating, with slim, blade-like LED lighting that stretches across the nose like a warning. Functional air intakes feed cooling systems designed for desert heat and Arctic cold. The body isn't decorative, every surface serves a purpose, from aerodynamic channeling to debris deflection. Despite its extreme nature, the THUNDERBEAST doesn't abandon Toyota's obsession with durability. The chassis is built from a mix of high-strength steel, aluminum alloys, and carbon-reinforced composites. It's designed to survive prolonged punishment without fatigue, whether that's hours of rock crawling or days of high-speed desert traversal. This is a vehicle meant to keep moving long after others give up. Open the door, and the interior flips expectations again. Instead of a stripped-out, utilitarian cockpit, you're met with controlled luxury. Deep leather seats with aggressive bolstering cradle occupants securely, even when the terrain turns violent. The driving position is elevated to the point where you don't just see the road ahead, you oversee it. Massive glass panels and advanced camera systems eliminate blind spots created by the vehicle's width. Digital displays replace traditional gauges, offering real-time data on wheel load, terrain type, power distribution, and suspension travel. It's less like driving a truck and more like piloting a high-tech exploration machine. Technology inside the THUNDERBEAST isn't flashy for the sake of it. Everything is functional, fast, and intuitive. The central control interface allows the driver to fine-tune how the vehicle behaves, from crawl mode precision to high-speed stability settings. Want maximum articulation for a boulder field? Done. Need tighter response for paved roads? Instantly adjusted. The system adapts to skill level 2, making the THUNDERBEAST surprisingly approachable despite its extreme capabilities. And this is where the story starts to get even more interesting. Because despite the monstrous specs, Toyota didn't build this as a one-off fantasy. The THUNDERBEAST is engineered with real-world usability in mind. It can be driven daily. It fits within modified road regulations in select markets. Noise insulation, climate control, and ride comfort are all dialed in to a level that makes long-distance travel not just possible, but comfortable. Fuel efficiency might sound irrelevant here, but the hybrid system plays a critical role. Electric-only low-speed movement allows silent operation in sensitive environments, while regenerative systems recover energy during braking and downhill descents. It's not about saving fuel money. It's about extending range and independence when you're far from civilization. What truly separates the THUNDERBEAST from anything else on the planet is how it makes extreme terrain feel routine. Deep snow doesn't slow it down. Loose sand doesn't cause hesitation. Water crossings that would terrify seasoned off-roaders become calculated maneuvers, handled with precise throttle mapping and sealed drivetrain components. This vehicle doesn't conquer terrain aggressively. It simply adapts and moves through it. There's also a psychological shift that happens behind the wheel. Drivers stop asking, "Can it make it?" and start asking, "Where next?" That confidence is dangerous in the best way. It turns exploration into instinct rather than risk calculation. Toyota's safety systems reinforce that confidence with rollover mitigation, predictive traction control, and redundant mechanical backups designed to keep the vehicle mobile even after component failure. Some of the most intriguing details are the ones Toyota doesn't advertise loudly. Modular rear compartments that can be configured for cargo, expedition gear, or luxury seating. Integrated drone deployment systems for terrain scouting. Satellite connectivity that keeps you linked to the outside world even when there are no roads for hundreds of kilometers. These features hint at the THUNDERBEAST's true purpose, total autonomy. The sound design deserves attention too. Instead of a loud, aggressive exhaust